Hi, welcome to Teach Me Miss D. This is a little video to help your children with spelling at home. You might be quite used to getting the regular spelling sheets that come home once a week, and they might look something a little bit like this, which is a look, cover, write, check sheet. A lot of schools use them as it's a good format to send home for parents to use, but this is not alone going to help them become better spellers. The idea of this is that they will look at the words, they will read it and maybe sound it out, then they should cover it up before they have a go at writing it and then checking to see whether you've got it correct. Now, a lot of people only use this approach, and I find that a lot of my class come in having filled it in over the 5 days or however many grids I've given them to do, but they haven't actually done an awful lot of learning of their spellings. Now, in school, your teachers should be teaching your children the rule that matches each of the spelling patterns that they send home. Now, spelling and learning spelling is very, very difficult. As you probably remember when you were at school, there would be a rule and then there would be exceptions to the rule. But if we can teach the children to learn the rules, then majority of the time they'll be getting it right, and then it's just those few exceptions where they will have to think about it a little bit more. I am not a very good speller. I've never found it very easy to spell, but learning the rules really, really does help. So in my classroom, I always have one day a week where we focus on learning about the spelling pattern for that week. We will do games, we will do crosswords and word searches. You can find these online and you can use this as an extra way to help your child practice their spellings at home. And I really try and get the children to focus on what the rule is. It's not about them learning a list of words which they will remember for the test at the end of the week and then forget. The list of words are there to help them practice the rule. So make sure you find out what day your school does this, and then ask your children at home, what rule did they learn this week? We don't want to know what spellings they've got, we want to know what the rule is that they've learnt. And then find various different ways to practice that throughout the week, so that it doesn't just become a memorising a list of words that they get like this from the page. It becomes an actual learning and an understanding of how to spell, which will help them later on. So this list is a list of connectives, for example, words that will link one type of sentence clause to another. They are also known as conjunctions now with the new curriculum change. Now, with a list of connectives, if they get this for homework, it's really important that not only do they learn how to spell them, but also how to use them. So when you're practicing the spellings, don't always use just the look, cover, write, check sheet. Try getting them to tell you their spellings, but in a sentence. They don't have to necessarily write that sentence down if writing is tricky for them. Maybe at bath time, they could use the magnets that you can get in the bath to spell out some of their spelling words. Maybe you could use the magnets on the fridge and every day of the week spell out one of their spelling words, then jumble it up into an anagram that they've got to try and work out what the word was, so they get used to seeing it. They get used to recognising, oh, hang on a minute, that was an ing spelling word, so if I move the ing to the end, then I can rearrange these letters and see which word it was. But the more you can help your child with not just the activity of filling in this sheet, but actually learning the rule, the better they will become as spellers, the more confident. They will come across exceptions to the rule and talk about those, find them. I spend a lot of time in class saying to the children, I don't know all the exceptions, let's look through a book, let's see whether we can find any, see if we can work out why it is an exception. And if you're not a good speller either, don't worry, get the children used to looking them up in the dictionary. There's no harm with not being good at something yet. We will get better at it if we practice. In my classroom, we have no shame with going and getting a dictionary, and quite often if I'm writing, if I think I've spelt a word incorrectly, which sometimes I do on purpose and sometimes I've just got too much going through my head to get them all correct, I'll underline it. And one of the children will often go and get a dictionary for me, and we will look it up at the end so we don't ruin our flow of writing and we can just correct it at the end. Spelling's really important to learn to gain their confidence. With technology as it is, they're going to be using autocorrect for all their lives. We don't want to make it so that they're not able to ever write anything down on their own without having the use of autocorrect. So please keep watching my videos. I'm going to be posting up videos of different spelling patterns that you can use to help your children at home. But remember, it doesn't take long to make it a little bit of fun. Just magnets on the fridge, maybe spelling out the words or giving sentences in the car. Anything you can do to make it not just a filling in a worksheet activity at home for homework. I know it's tricky when you've got a lot to do, but it will help them in the long run. So thank you for listening, and please subscribe below. Thank you.